NSFW Johnny Fairplay, episode 4. This episode to me was a lot better than last week's episode, in my
Much.
opinion.
Much.
After the
I
podcast last week, I was just like, God, I hope this gets better. And it wasn't a fact of me not liking the cast,
Nope.
etc. It was just really slow. I really couldn't,
Well, nothing really happened last week. And I think despite our like of the Lyro tribe, the
Yes.
Volkai tribe is a more entertaining tribe.
Right. Oh, yeah,
And,
yeah, yeah.
and I think we got more of the Volkai tribe tonight, and that's what made it. I was actually rooting for the comeback, which we'll get to later, because I wanted to see more of them. I just, like I said, I don't necessarily like them more. I just think they're more entertaining television.
Right. Well, one thing is for certain about Survivor Island of the Idols is you really don't know who the hell's going to go home. Like
Nah.
tonight, another blind side,
Yeah.
Chelsea, someone that I thought was gonna
we
go
jinxed
like,
her.
yeah.
This is my winner pick.
I'm just like, I love Chelsea.
Yeah.
Pre-game, everything, big fan. I was completely shocked.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Missy. I thought that Plan Z was the last conversation. I think, but we'll get to it. Let's let's start in order. But before we do, Matt, we have a live show coming up November 6th in Durham, North Carolina at the Dirty Bull Brewing. I got Brent LaBelle is co-hosting with me. You'll be live remotely. They'll be able to see you there. So get your tickets. You will see Matt on the screen.
Yeah.
But we have Brent LaBelle there. Jane Bright has reached out to me this week. She'll be joining us as well. We have a couple of surprise castaways that I cannot say. Hi, Allison. Hi, Molly. And and you never know who else is going to be there. Right. I would not be shocked to have a Zane Knight appearance, but never count on a Zane Knight appearance. So, but yeah, it's going to be a really, really cool deal. That's November 6th in Durham, North Carolina. Doing a lot less live shows this season. I just have an insane schedule in my personal life this season. So if you'd like to join us, go to survivortix.com. That's survivortix.com. Get your tickets. VIP is very close to selling out. So if you're planning on going VIP and getting your season 39 buff, I would lock in your tickets ASAP. Go to survivortix.com. That's survivortix.com. But let's talk episode 4.
Well, before we get started, if you're watching this on YouTube, like we're doing this live, but then we also have a YouTube channel that you can see all of our past stuff. Johnny Fairplay, look at my shirt.
Hey, that's is that a Pearl Islands Morgan?
It's a I don't know.
That's the Morgan buff.
It's Survivor Pearl Islands. It's
yeah. I don't think
swords. Did you ever get this shirt?
I did not get that, and I don't think they made I think they only made it with the Morgan buff.
Well, it's funny. I got this somewhere. I thought you'd like it. I was like,
I love it.
It's a little bit chilly. I might have to bequeath this to you since this was your season. It's a size large, it's long sleeve, and
what you calling me fat?
No.
I ran 3.2 miles with a stroller today. I got a big 5K on Friday. It's the Glow with the Flow. I've done it for the last few years. I've gotten trophies and stuff in this one, so I'm really excited. I put in a really good time the other day, so I'm feeling it. I'm just like, I've been working out on this stuff, so I'm bigger than I've ever been, but it's almost all muscle. But still, you know, like skinny Johnny Fairplay is a lot faster than athletically based Johnny Fairplay.
Right, so. Right. I hear you, man. But the show tonight, Johnny.
Yeah.
We see Karishma. It's night 8, Lyro tribe, and Karishma time and time again is She is on the outs. She is the odd one out.
Yeah.
Be-
Well,
and-
she feels she might be on the outs because she got 3 votes. It's like, no, you on the outs, girl. I mean,
right.
and she's the fucking queen of the pity party.
She is. And the thing that drives me insane is when people like Karishma are you're putting a bigger target on yourself as a outsider by telling in all your confessionals and around it's like be a little more confident. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's actually keeping her in the game longer because she's one of those players that she has no alliance with anyone, and it's just like, why am I going to waste my vote on this person when there's people playing the game that are bigger targets? I mean, like on Fans versus Favorites one, Kelly Kathy Slickman, she had completely checked out and essentially begged to go home because she's so instead of the rest of her tribe going, hey, like, she wants to go, like, they're like, she's not playing right now. If
Right.
she's not playing, that's someone that's not playing against me. I ain't sending you home. So fast forward to Kathy sitting there with the machete attempting to chop off her fingers, or at least a finger, so that she would have to be medevaced, and smarter heads prevailed, intervened, and removed her from the game. And I wasn't aware of this. It was there's the Survivor fan jury is doing it's one of those Survivor fans. They're doing a March Madness thing, and now we're into October. This thing is still going, but it was me versus Sandra. I don't know if we're in the quarterfinals or where we're at so far. But Kathy actually voted for Sandra over me. And I was like, what the fuck, Kathy? Like, we played Survivor together.
Yeah.
And she was like, you puked in my shoes. And I'm just like, what the? I'm like, I didn't even fucking meet you.
Right.
What are you talking? And I guess she was there, like when she was taking on the game, she was there for one night. And the night that she showed up, myself, Mikey B, and Joel Truck Anderson were playing Drink the Beer Power Hour. Yeah. And every minute for an hour, you drink a shot of beer.
Yeah.
So that's 60 shots.
Wow.
And apparently, I think I made it to the end. And I with my victory celebrate. I don't know if I won or if we all won or if we all lost. Probably is more accurate. But I allegedly projectile vomited into her shoes, leaving the common area. Oh. And although I don't remember it, yeah. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I believe Kathy, and I believe I did projectile vomit in her shoes, and I understand the vote against me.
Well, there you go. There you go. But so, we got Krishna, and there's a comment, she is still in the game. But here's my thing. Next week, there's going to be a tribe swap.
Yeah, it could be a merge. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't.
I know we're not going to 3 because I get my buffs, and I was told that there was only 3 buffs this season. So it's either a switch.
You never know. I would think it would be some sort of tribe swap. Okay.
But I think it's a swap. I think it's a little early for a merge, but I haven't got my new buffs yet. So I don't know.
If it is a swap, do you think Karishma will be in a better spot than if she was still on her original tribe?
No, I think she's in a good spot on her original tribe because she's not playing against anyone. I think that protects her to some degree. I think on a tribe swap, if she's odd man out, it's just like, this is an easy vote.
Yep, I agree with that 100%. So we see here.
But I'm sure Chris was like, yay, I'm going to make new friends. Like, well, let me know how that works out.
I can't wait to meet all these people at charity events. And Chris could be totally freaking cool. And, it's like when you see someone play the game of Survivor, even like my friend Julia Landauer on my season in my alliance, she was very quiet and not, mega outgoing, huge personality. And then we go on the freaking pre-jury trip, and it's like, wow, like, well, I love Julie in the game, but I'm saying her personality like really came out. And I'm like, man, where was this person on the island? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think Survivor sometimes for some people is very overwhelming, and that's what makes us love the game, because it is a crazy, just human experiment, and that's why we all love the game.
I think the game of Survivor itself is overwhelming. I think the lack of nourishment is really taxing on the body, just for conversation for some people, and also factor in the cameras. A lot of people. I mean, like I would say on Pearl Islands, the first half the season, I felt that Sandra would notice the cameras and just stop talking.
Yeah.
So, and then, take that girl outside the game and, you can't shut her up. And then,
Right.
and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like I have nothing but positive things to say about Sandra this week.
Well,
Next week we'll see. I don't.
yeah, well, yeah, yeah. So we see Aaron, and Aaron
Yeah,
actually got a lot of confessionals tonight.
he did.
He's emerging into someone that's, wow, this dude's he's playing the game. You know what I mean? And he is noticing the just the typical deal that happens in Survivor time and time again.
Yeah.
Cuddling in the bamboo shelter during the what happens when everyone sleeps.
Big spoon, little spoon.
So Dean and Chelsea are cuddling, and
You
it's
think what you
real
think? You
reality.
think Aaron was jealous that Chelsea chose Dean over him?
No, I don't think
I,
he
I I
is.
think he was jealous and just called out power couple, and it was just like,
But it brings me back flashbacks of, you know, my season, because that was the reason that we voted out Allie first, Allie and Reynolds
yeah.
cuddling the camp, and it's like you gotta kind of break that deal up.
So
So
when you and I play together and
yeah.
we're cuddling, do you think that's going to work against us, or?
We shall see.
I mean, hey, if anyone has a problem with me big spooning Matt and Matt wrapping his beard around both of our necks just for warmth and warmth only, I mean, I don't think that we should be singled out for that.
That's funny you say that. I didn't realize my beard is so much longer now than when I played that it probably would keep me warm.
Yeah,
I
you had a
probably could use
teeny
it as
beard when you
a I know,
played.
I know. I could use it as a fishing device. So here, Missy is not stoked on
Yeah,
this whole scenario, and Missy is man, she's an intense player. Like
she's a gamer.
I
She's a
like her.
gamer. She
I
she
really do.
doesn't want a disturbance in the sorority sister alliance.
Right, right. Yep,
Which is smart for her. I mean, because the girls have it on lockdown.
yep, yep.
So, but she also Blue Chew sponsor y'all's cuddle it. We'll get to Blue Chew, I assure you. Get ready. So, but yeah, no, I mean that girls alliance is a strong one, and Missy knows math. She's like, once plan A doesn't work, plan B doesn't work, and apparently plan Z, she's like, we still have the numbers and the ability to keep the tribe strong and keep charisma.
Right, right. Well, we go that from there, we go to the Vokai tribe.
Yeah.
Everyone is ready to go out fishing, right? There's like the whole group of them are like, yeah, let's go do this.
Let's go out on the raft.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
raft. And Jamal's like, nah,
Yeah. Well,
you
he
know,
he claims high noon sun, which is intense for any of. I mean, I don't know where Fiji is in line with the. I know, like on Pearl Islands, I think we were like 6 degrees north of the equator or something, which is, whew. I mean, when it's hot, it's
hot.
beyond hot.
Right.
So, but also Jamal's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
That I don't know if that raft is made for that many people.
No, I mean, those rafts definitely aren't made for that many people, but
Yeah.
the thing that I don't understand, I mean, people have to realize that people are going to go looking for idols. Do you think any of the people going out fishing, like, was like, "Oh, well, it's obvious Jamal's looking for an idol."
I wouldn't be shocked because like someone who went for a walk like Tommy
We didn't
uh,
see hardly
or
any.
Jason. I think Jason went. Whoever someone went for a walk and a couple people stayed,
Yeah,
and I think whoever the other person was, they were just maybe was in the trust of the others, and it's just like, hey, keep an eye on Jamal, and Jamal's sitting in that chair, which I Jamal's got some tits. He's got some nice ones. Speaking of Blue Chew,
oh,
but like I'm it's I hate the chairs. I can live with the hammock. I
right,
can't stand the fucking chairs. I mean, it just takes me out of survive. Like you're stranded on an island. You're not gonna have a fucking chair.
right. You're also not gonna have hammers and nails and different things that people get, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. So,
yeah,
Jamal, here's the thing that Jamal is going hunting for an idol,
yeah.
and
And,
while
and
he's
we get Jamal's backstory. He's gone through some shit over the last couple of years, relationship wise, and learning to slow down life and appreciate it. And one thing. So I liked getting learning a little more about Jamal as well during this idol
I
search.
did too, Johnny. However, I'm getting a little bit irritated that it's so obvious. Like, as soon as this narrative of
Oh
Jamal's
yeah.
backstory, it's like he's obviously finding an
He's
idol,
fine on fucking idol.
right?
Yeah.
So, and I told my kids that I was like, man, they make this so fucking obvious. And
Yeah.
then my son was like, he's like, man, I would like to see footage of people trying to find idols and
And
not
not
finding,
finding it.
because that's what makes it more, you know what I mean? Like, when they do, I don't know. I just feel, and people like listening to this live right now, if you want to chime in on that, like, is it annoying to you guys that, it's so blatantly obvious? I just think that just add a little mystery. Now, there are mysteries when people get voted out. It's been a lot of blind sides, but the whole idol thing is, you can smell it a mile away.
Yeah.
But Jamal finds an idol, and it's just, like I said, predictable in the editing. But a boat comes shortly after, sending someone to the island of the idols, and the tribe is around, and they're basically like saying, "Hey, does anyone want to volunteer to go?" And no
Well,
one.
it has to be a unanimous vote or pick from the bag.
Right, right.
So, and of course, Nora has no social game, so she wants to go.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So-
She wants, and I don't know if we've talked about this before. I mean, doesn't she seem like she seems like Debbie, but not as good as, like, Debbie was a great Survivor character. You know what I'm
she's
saying?
very Debbie-esque without the things that you like about Debbie.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Because like I like I Debbie was a lot to take in, but I grew to like Debbie because I just thought that character was just so complex. I'm just like, this got to be a rib. There's no way this is true.
Yeah.
And then and I'm like, and if I ever met her, I would probably hate her. And then I meet her and I love her, and I still don't know what's true.
Right, right, right.
I had her on the fucking podcast. I don't know what's true.
Oh, dude, she's something else. But so Nora ends up going to the island of the idols, and she's making a comment like, we pull up, and I see this statue of a good-looking
Ugh,
person, a good-looking
kill
man.
me, kill me.
So she doesn't act as starstruck and, crazy about this as we saw Vince, right? Vince
Or anyone else. Like I really don't think she gave a fuck.
Yeah, and now, do you
Yeah.
think that she was a fan and even knew who they were?
She said their names, but there might have been a clip where they edited out them saying their names to
Yeah,
her.
that's what I was wondering, man.
Yeah, I think she recognized them, but had no like. I think she knew that Boston Rob is a major player in the history of Survivor, and that Sandra's won the game twice. I think that's the extent of her knowledge. And I'm guessing she's never saw them play.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you
Yeah.
think that before going out there that they made sure every one of these players somehow knew Boston Rob and Sandra? Like, You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
I'm guessing they gave them seasons to watch.
so they would have okay. Because I'm just
So
wondering.
I'm guessing they probably said watch. I mean, if you watch Heroes Villains, you're I don't think you're going to be overly impressed with fucking Boston Rob.
Yeah.
And if you're going to make anyone watch Redemption Island, you're just a mean fucking person because that shit fucking sucked. And
Right.
then Sandra, I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, someone just chimed in right now. Lucas Silver. She was like Sandra, the two-time winner, and Boston Rob, he won once. Like
yeah,
that. It was kind of the way
yeah.
she handled it made it seem like she's not a big
I
super
don't think she
fan.
cared, but like once she gets in the shelter, you see her excitement. But I don't think the excitement's over them. I think the excitement is
Just
I,
overplaying Survivor, like
I,
just like the scenario, like wow, it was called the art of persuasion. She's like, I'm a risk taker, right?
yeah.
She takes risks. She quit her career job
Well,
to play the game.
one of her 28 careers in the past year. So I mean,
Right.
it
It
wasn't
wasn't
that big
that
a
big.
sacrifice.
Yeah,
Let's
it wasn't that big of a deal. But
yeah.
so here's
Well, hold on. Someone says she seems like she would want to sell you Herbalife. I'm guessing that is one of her 28 careers, Herbalife.
yeah, yeah, it probably is. It probably is. So here's the thing. So we are at the weekly Island of the Idols scenario. This is the fourth
Yeah,
time this has happened.
yeah. We have
Uh,
watermelon.
We have watermelon. And so at this point, Johnny, because leading up to
Yeah,
this season, you had a lot of opinions toward this is going to be lame and suck.
sure.
What episode 4, what are you thinking about Island of the Idols and what they're showing? Is it lame?
This was my
Is it cool?
this is my favorite one by far because the lesson is the art of persuasion. So to show illustrations of this, you get Natalie and Suri, you know, destroying Eric the ice cream scooper.
Yeah.
You get Parvati playing to Adam Gentry's whatever. You get Yule and Pinner, you get Sandra and Russell with the whole coach lie, and holy moly, I even texted our boy Lex.
Okay. I
Yes,
didn't want to spoil anything by
yeah.
saying, Lex, you're gonna fucking shit. We
I
talked
I,
about this when you were at my house the other day.
yeah. So I sent him a couple screen grabs and wrote holy moly, and Lex replied, oh boy. And then he writes, good or bad, question mark, for me, question mark. So then I just sent I rewound it and I sent him just the video clip.
Yeah.
And I put very good, and he wrote, oh, thank God. And he
Oh,
wrote, I
okay.
guess I must still be relevant then.
Okay, so here's the deal. So for those of you who are wondering what we're talking about,
Yeah,
Lex Vandenberg, Survivor Africa, great friend of ours. Lex was actually filling in for Johnny Fairplay 2 weeks ago
yeah.
when Johnny was out on location doing something. So Lex is a great friend of ours, and we've had a lot of conversations with Lex about his season with Boston Rob.
That moment.
Exactly. So when I was looking at Tesla, like, oh my God,
Ugh.
because this has been talked about time and time again. So Johnny, let the people kind of inside scoop of like why this is such a crazy moment type thing.
Well, I mean, it's gotten so much reaction over the years on your Survivor Reddits and the Survivor Sucks message board. I mean, it's just so bad for Lex at certain times because they were just like, you know, Lex did a favor for Boston Rob by protecting Amber. Kind of screwed up his game to do it, but did it. And then, you know, one vote later, they're together, and Lex is like, "Hey, how about paying back that favor?" And he's just like, "Nah, man, sorry." And I understand that, you know, people are like, you know, it's a fucking game, you know, but what people don't understand, and which is, you know, the big crux of this for me personally, knowing the people involved, is they were bros. I mean, they flew across the country to hang out with one another, like, you know, Boston Rob was going through relationship stuff prior to Amber, and and he's calling Lex, to console. I mean, like, this was his boy. This would be like you fucking me over or me fucking you over. It's just like, hey, like say we're doing blood versus water. It's just like, and you're like, hey, can you take care of Tessa? It's just like, ooh, she's kind of on the bottom rung here. I've got something set up for me that's optimal. I mean, like, look, we'll go out to dinner after this is over, and I'll fucking take you, Tessa, and the boys and everybody out, but this will really fucking destroy my game. And you're like, dude, we're boys. And it's just like, you know what? I got your back, and I do it. And then we and then we have a merge or tribe switch, whatever. And then it's just like, okay, well, now I'm the fucking low man on the totem pole because I would have had the fucking numbers on this fucking thing alliance wise, but now I don't. And you're like, sorry, dude. I mean, like, sorry you fucked up your game.
It wouldn't happen. Like,
yeah, I know. Because I mean, but that's
what happened here.
That's what happened here, and I don't think people understand the shit bagginess of what Boston Rob did. However, Lex has been on the podcast. Go back and listen to the cast assessment before you even start the season, and Lex fully admits he goes, hey, Boston Rob played a better game. He goes, I went out there and played because what a lot of people can't comprehend is the game of Survivor prior to All Stars was 16 strangers, 18 strangers, 20 strangers competing against one another. Right. So you can fucking slice the throat of a fucking stranger, and it's okay. It's just like, hey, I just met this motherfucker 3 days ago. Like, right. It's okay.
You're friends with people.
But Lex went in as a good person, going, hey, like, yes, I came to play Survivor, but I have a fucking moral code as a fucking friend that there's certain things I can't do. And Boston Rob did not go in with that. And kudos to Boston Rob.
Right.
So, but I thought it was hugely revealing tonight that I kind of felt that we saw a more mature Boston Rob, in that, he, we get the breakdown of what happened for Boston Rob, and it finished with, and he goes, and at the end, I didn't get his vote. He didn't win. His wife might have won that $1 million, and, and they might not have ended up together. Boston Rob didn't win that $1 million that season.
Right. So I think that one of my next bucket list Survivor NSFW things will be hashing out Boston Rob and Lex on the podcast together, talking through this. Because I think both of them have grown and have some sort of acceptance about it. But man, is it gnarly. But one thing I wanted to mention too about the flashbacks. First of all, it's funny because it's obviously wasn't filmed in 4K or whatever. Like the footage looked like shit.
Yeah, I know. That's the rough part of rewatching my. I'm just like, God, why didn't we have HD, motherfucker?
Yeah. Yep. And then what I was thinking though is like, so they're showing Poverty, they're showing Yul Kwan, they're showing these people. It's kind of foreshadowing of who we think is going to be on season 40.
Well, we know who's on season. I mean,
I know. But the people listening to this podcast might not know.
Well, they should. It's not I don't think is it a secret?
Well, but I'm just saying, for the public of people that don't listen to podcasts, it's showing these fucking players.
Yeah. Yul was even boring in his highlights.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know. So, anyways, man, seeing Poverty, it was cool seeing some of that old footage. Some people didn't like that. I don't think, but I don't know. Island of the Idols, man. It's the deal is Nora takes the challenge without even really thinking it through.
Yeah, the challenge is real quick is to persuade your tribe to be the caller, and if you're successful in doing that, you get to block a vote at the next vote. If not, you don't get to vote. And I would have jumped out, like, once again, like they Boston Rob talks down to these people, just like, and even Sandra is just like, that we ask and they immediately say yes. I mean, I didn't feel that was that big a challenge.
I don't either. To me, that would be the most, like, challenging Boston Rob to fire making.
Yeah, that one I would have said no. Like, I mean, like, I don't know what I said on the premiere.
Yeah, sneaking into camp in the middle of the night it would, that like this is kind of like this would kind of be a no-brainer. Like,
Well, even sneaking into camp in the middle of the night, what was the consequence if like you just fucking like I would have just fucking ran, fucking got fire and just kept running. I mean, who the
yeah,
fuck like what the
right.
fuck difference would it have made?
Yeah. Well, Nora decides, I'm doing it, and Boston Rob was dogging her
Yes.
for doing that. So,
Yeah, and
um,
he also says that Nora is in Nora world and not Survivor world. And I never thought I'd agree with Boston Rob on something, but I think he hit the nail on the head on that
right,
one.
right.
Nora is definitely in Nora world.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So Nora goes back to camp and gives this cockamamie kind of totally tell him what's going on is like, hey,
I didn't get
I gotta I'll tell you what this challenge is gonna be if you guys
agree.
agree to have me be able to choose what part of the challenge that I do, being it's a blindfold challenge where you have to call and guide people. So she has having to be the caller and try to convince her tribe of that.
Yeah.
But what she fails to do is she's a horrible liar, and people start questioning her. People like Jamal and different people. It's like,
Oh yeah,
you know,
Dan and Jamal are all over it. They're
yeah,
they're
they're all
they're on
over
her
it.
like stink on shit.
Yes. So I just
Well,
think that she's just terrible at describing what's going on, and it immediately puts a target on her because people know she's lying.
yeah.
And when it comes to the fucking challenge time,
Like
what happens, Johnny Fairplay?
well, well, real quick before the challenge, like, I mean, I don't understand why she didn't just go back and say there were fucking 3 urns and I didn't get anything. And if you don't believe me, check all my shit. Like, the only problem with that is just like, if you want to check on her, I don't know if you've noticed this, but she's kind of got a bulge going on down there. Have you, have you caught that, Matt?
I'm not really paying much attention, man, but
You didn't see that? She's got like when she like check out her bikini, she's got a bulge. And if you like a bulge, Matt, you know you can make that happen.
well, Blue Chew, my friend.
BlueChew.com will give you a dick harder than that fucking immunity statue. Let me tell you. Go to BlueChew.com. That's blue like the color blue. Blue Chew brings you the first chewable with the same FDA approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. So you know it works. Dude, take them anytime, day or night, full stomach, whatever. They're chewable, Matt. That's the key here. So they work twice as fast.
And you it's like easy, like eating a freaking just a vitamin or something. I used to eat Flintstone vitamins, so it's like
Oh,
you don't have to be all nervous or embarrassed about this kind of thing, Johnny Fairplay.
dude, I don't know if you've seen the pictures on Instagram. Had the girlfriend over, listened to a couple records, playing a little pool. It's late at night. I mean, like real late at night. And I'm just like, whew. I mean, Johnny Fairplay's got to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
Boom! Popped in a Blue Chew. Minutes later, I'm sinking the 8-ball. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude, that is amazing. So, how in the world can our loyal listeners, dude, that want to have the same experience that Johnny Fairplay did on your pool table with your fine lady?
No, not once.
Ooh, not once, twice, 3 times a lady.
I like that you feel my girlfriend's a lady. It makes me feel good. Look, you just need to go to bluechew.com. That's BLUECHEW.com and use the promo code Survivor because our good friends at Survivor love that we're using the promo code Survivor. And look, man, this is the deal of all deals. You know what's better than $100? You know what's better than $50? You know what's better than $25? You know what's better than $5? Free. We're giving away super hard dicks for free. You just pay the $5 shipping.
That's nothing. I just paid $5 for a take 5 a day Reese flavored candy bar, and a Monster Energy drink.
Did it make your dick harder?
It didn't. So I'm telling you what, you need to go right now and do this offer. Promo code Survivor. Johnny Fairplay, what again is the website address?
It's bluechew.com, BLUECHEW.com. Use the promo code Survivor. Dude, it's prescribed online, shipped straight to your door, discreet package, no in-person doctor visit, no waiting in the pharmacy, no more awkwardness, and you get a super hard dick. These are made in the USA.
I tell you what, so basically, your wiener is going to be harder than this right here if you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah, it's super hard dicks is where we're getting away free. And also, guys, try this out and let us know what you think. Send your dick pics on Twitter. Just go to Twitter and do at Matt Bischoff. No, hold on, Matt. I'm trying. Matt loves looking at super hard dick. So go to Twitter, do at Matt Bischoff, do hashtag super hard dick, promo code Survivor, and send your dick pics to Matt. Slip into his DMs. He loves it.
Let's not and say you did.
So that's bluechew.com, promo code Survivor. Try it for free. Blue Chew is the better, cheaper, faster choice. And we thank you for sponsoring the Survivor NSFW podcast. Man, I'm so happy to have these guys on board because this is the fucking real deal, man.
It is. It is.
And it's free.
Yep. Hell yes.
Free super hard dicks.
So listen here, Johnny Fairplay. Yeah. The immunity challenge.
Yeah. So they get there.
So they get there and they basically say, Nora, you're sitting out of the challenge. And she didn't even really know what to say.
Yeah. Okay. So my idea was say, hey, it was the stupid urns. I didn't get anything. Check me except for the bulge, because of Blue Chew. And then like when you get to the challenge, it's like, hey, here's the challenge. And just throw out there. It's just like, I'll do it. Is everyone cool? Like, hey, you guys know I'm loud. And everyone would have been like, sure.
Well,
but this chick is injuring people at the fucking camp doing practices. They're just like, fuck, she's the worst.
Yeah. And Dan is like saying like, dude, I can't, like, you're going to be, she didn't understand the concept of how the challenge works.
Forward and backward. It's just like, yeah, I'm going to be walking away from you.
Yeah. She was completely confused. So this, like you said, Nora being clueless about even practicing for this challenge.
Yeah. She just dug herself a hole she couldn't get out of.
No. Oh yeah. So between that and the Island of the Idols, not even recognizing the statues, I don't think she's really has seen much of these type of blindfold challenges in the past.
In all of Survivor challenges.
Yes.
Anything with blindfolds is my favorite because nothing on this planet makes me happier than to see somebody get hit in the nuts. I love it.
Well, all I know, man, is I always like these challenges. I didn't get to partake in a blindfold challenge on Survivor Caramoan. However,
I wouldn't want to participate in one.
Well, have you? Did you ever do one?
No.
Okay,
there might have been one on Fans versus Favorites, but I wouldn't be privy to that.
Well, the survival challenge that I did at Bob Crowley's house with Fan, it was awesome. I got to do one of these challenges, and I was blindfolded, and because you wonder, like, can you really see stuff barely?
No, I have a buff on. Hold on.
When you're blindfolded, dude, the way they blindfold you can't see shit. Dude.
I can't see you, Matt. Matt, where are you?
You can't see anything.
Where are you?
So, this challenge.
I just John Cena'd you.
You did. Yeah. So the challenge is, you have a caller, you have the rest of your tribe, and you're calling out to have them go retrieve these keys. Yeah. You got to find a rope, pull this, bucket that pours colorful water on you.
That's if you take a Blue Chew, that's what's going to happen. You'll just get covered just like, the person with you.
Hell yes. So you're gathering 3 keys. And then the cool thing about the end of the challenge is it's a puzzle. So the caller that's been calling the challenge has one person come in and he is telling them how to basically solve this puzzle. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what.
Did you like when Dan slapped Missy during the
Yeah,
challenge?
I noticed that, dude. I know.
It
I
was
know.
great.
So Jason, he was the caller,
Yeah.
and on his
Jason's the caller for the Vokai tribe, and Elizabeth is the caller for the Lyro tribe. Is Elizabeth getting hotter every episode, or is it just me?
no,
No.
no, I'm not saying that. But what I
Did
was
you
going to
find
say
her
about
attractive to begin with?
oh yeah, I mean the thing is, there's not like we don't. This isn't a cast of mega supermodels.
Mactors,
You know what I'm
like we've
saying? So
had.
like, yeah, I mean, like people can be attractive in many forms. I mean, like
I find
look
you
at me.
attractive.
Like I have a super hot wife, but like I am a dude with like this insane dreadlock beard that some people might be like, how in the hell did that dude get that chick?
Blue Chew.
Attraction is in the eye of the beholder. You know what I mean?
It was all Blue Chew.
It was. It was. Let me tell you this. Jason, I was not a fan of his, but after watching him call this challenge, man, there's something that changed. I think that he could become someone that's, you know, a pretty decent player. He
He's
was
got a lot of Rob
calm.
C in him.
Yeah, and he was calm. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's like during the challenge, he did great at what he was set out to do, and that's call this challenge.
I think Jason is the version of Rob C we all wanted from Bradley and didn't get.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yep. So
Bradley sucked. Ugh. I mean, I still hate Jason, but I like him a lot more than I did.
yeah, I'm liking him better than I did.
Yeah.
So
So Elizabeth says "holy shit" a lot. I don't know if you caught
yeah,
that.
she's funny. I
And they
like
did
her
a weird
personality.
sound overdub thing that was really horribly done.
I didn't
Like
notice that.
she said the first holy shit she did, they beeped it, and then they did an overdub that was horrific.
Right. Well, yeah, I didn't notice that, but yeah, fuck. All I know is Elizabeth almost came back.
Yeah.
There was almost a major comeback, right? You really thought in the editing that wow, this could be a huge comeback. And the
It was
thing is,
great. It was great. I thought it was an exciting challenge, exciting finish. Like that, tonight was a reason you watch Survivor. I mean, and the crazy thing is, me and Piper were sitting there, yelling at the TV and happy and excited and all that. And it's just like, and then afterwards I was like, we're fucking cheering about a puzzle.
right.
Yeah.
We're nerds.
A 6-piece puzzle.
Yeah. Dude, all I know is Elizabeth after the challenge, she's bummed, but she owned up to it. She apologized, saying, "Hey, I'm sorry that I screwed it up." And everyone's like, no, it's not. This is a tribe. This isn't just you. I don't care if you're the caller or not. You can't take the blame in losing a challenge like
Well,
that.
you can take the blame, but not really mean it.
Yeah, right. And then
So
we see Karishma crying in a confessional.
Well,
She does
Survivor's
not want to
tough.
go home. She does not want to go home.
Well,
You know what I mean?
and here's the thing. Tell me if I'm wrong. So Karishma's crying. Chelsea goes over to console her, and she's like, she goes, "Hey, just guns blazing at tribal. Like people change their mind at tribal." And I'm just like, when the fuck has anyone ever changed their mind at tribal? Like other than Ty, but that doesn't even count.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, have you ever seen it? I mean, like when you leave for tribal, you know who the fuck you're voting for.
That's the funny thing you say is my youngest son Cannon said, "Dad, was there ever a time that you changed your vote at tribal council?" He fucking said that, my 10-year-old. And I was like, so I have to think. I was like, no. Like,
No.
we pretty much going into tribal know what's going on and why we're voting out who we're voting out. Now it can get chaotic leading up to tribal because for the people out there listening, when you're playing the game of Survivor and you see everyone strategizing and stuff like that, there's a time before you leave to go to tribal that it's like lockdown time.
Yep.
Like conversations are over and conversations will then commence at tribal council.
Correct.
Okay. And So sometimes it's stressful because, man, the clock is ticking, and you're getting ready to go on lockdown. So you got to make sure. I mean, I've been in situations, man, on my season where it's like stressful as hell. Like
Yeah.
we're like scrambling, and we're like, oh, So
When I did the first our first tribal, the first Drake tribal on Pearl Islands, we were on lockdown. That's when I blindsided Burton the first time. And we're on lockdown, and we're actually in the boat going to tribal, and I told Sean, vote Burton.
wow,
So Sean's Burton vote makes no sense in the context of, I mean,
of the
well,
story because they didn't get anything on film.
yeah, but then we come back, and Sean's an asshole going, I knew the whole time, and it's just like, oh my god, like
Yeah,
I wish I hadn't even told you.
right, right. That's funny. So Christmas crying. Chelsea, she's saying, "Hey, I have an idol, and you know what? I think Dean and I are going to go far into this game together." And we actually saw Dean have a confessional for the first time. I think I could be wrong.
Oh, Naked Dean. I tweeted a picture. Like they had him, like he's not wearing a shirt, which is
Really?
fine. You know, a lot of people don't wear shirts on Survivor, but he's behind these bushes with like it looks like he's like naked in a bath in a leafy bathtub, and
It could be.
I'm just like, why is this motherfucker naked?
Yeah.
So
Well, we
it was a
finally see him.
very strange surrounding choice that they went with for
Yeah.
Dean's
Now, I like
confessional.
so Dean, we're getting to see a little bit of Dean. However, Dean isn't lighting the world on fire for me as far as a contestant,
I don't like him.
and
And he's wearing my Jordans, which makes me even more. I'm just like, yeah, those are some fresh shoes, and I own them and I love them. But why the fuck are you wearing Jordans on Survivor?
yeah, well, maybe he's a Johnny Fairplay fan.
I don't
So
think so.
so we see
He
Aaron and
wasn't following me on Twitter.
oh well, shit. Well, we see Aaron and Missy talking, and you know, people are wanting Dean out. You know what I mean? Like they're saying Dean is not really doing great in the challenges. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And Dean and Chelsea are a thing,
yeah.
and which is obviously a big deal. So splitting those two up, I think, is probably the smart move at this point. To me, splitting up two people that are cuddling and getting close, that could, if there is a, you know, I don't
Swap
know,
or merge or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, that
Yeah,
could be
I
a big
mean
thing. So that's more,
those are two votes. So
yeah,
I love going into, you know, Aaron's idea, you have the snake symbolism, and then going into Missy's idea, you have the shark symbolism, and so I mean, it breaks down to Aaron wanted to play, but everyone else was just like, do we really need to play right now? And then I feel like Missy was kind of overplaying even more than Aaron, but I like that. I don't mind an overplay,
well,
but
she's wanting to play the game. Like,
but you have to know your audience. If your
right.
audience isn't willing to overplay, then you can't overplay.
Okay. Well, yeah, and yeah. So Dean debuted last week. Okay,
Yes.
good. So it's hard to tell because
Yeah.
but tonight we saw a lot from Aaron,
Yeah.
and Missy has, man, she's a gamer,
Yeah.
and the thing is, I
I
think
thought she was going home.
she's dangerous, and I think people are starting to realize,
Yeah.
especially Elaine.
Elaine.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah.
and the
So
thing
now
is,
I thought that we went into tribal, and Piper goes, it could be anyone. I was like, I really think it's Missy. And Piper's like, I think it's Chelsea or Dean. And I was like, really?
yeah.
And so apparently my 11-year-old daughter knows Survivor more than I'm doing. I'm going to be a quick plug. I'm going to be on the Survivor Specialists next. I think we're recording Sunday night.
Oh, cool.
And we're doing a predictions episode, which I'm just like, why would you ask Johnny? I mean, I'm horrible at predicting. I mean, like, I feel I know the game, but I, and I can break down and analyze someone's game. I think I'm good there, but on predictions, I might be the worst survivor ever.
Yeah.
I mean, Ty would probably be worse.
It's hard. It's hard to predict stuff. I'm terrible too. I remember
Yeah.
when Hot Cup Dan, I was on Rob C's podcast, and Rob C's like, "Who do you think is going to win?" And I was like, "I don't know, man. I mean, I think Hot Cup Dan can win." And then he gets freaking nullified by the
Yeah.
Godfather the fucking next time.
The
So
next week.
I
Yeah.
hate it. But
Yeah.
let me just tell you this, man. So one thing we have not seen a lot of Elaine. Elaine's a likable character.
Yeah.
And
She owned the premiere.
she owned the premiere. I think she's gonna hopefully come on strong as a
Yeah.
lovable
They wouldn't have
player.
wasted all that time with her on
They
the
wouldn't,
premiere.
but the little that they showed her tonight though was she is a good read on people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we learned that on the premiere with Ronnie. Ronnie's just like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And then they go to the Elaine confessional about after her conversation with Ronnie. And she is like, I listened to everything said. And I know that I want that motherfucker as far away. She was like, I didn't believe a word. And I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, she's smart, dude. I think she's very smart. I think she's going to go far into the game. And I'm excited for this season, man. Like I said, after last week, I was like, golly, like just podcasting about it. It's not that I didn't like podcasting about it, but I was like, dude, the episode just was not exciting to me.
There just nothing happened tonight. At Tribal, we get Jeff Probst with the Ferris Bueller reference. How cool! Anyone Bueller? I'm like, what the fuck? When did Jeff turn cool? Like this is I can live with this. So, but we got the Plan Z reference. We got Missy's calling the game Russian roulette. The best is Karishma, like they're breaking, Missy's calling out, it's just like, if you can do puzzles, do puzzles. If you can shoot basketballs, shoot basketballs. But Karishma's over here getting lapped. And it's just damn. And Tom's like, yup. So Tom getting a very purple edit, but I will say this, like, Dean hasn't wowed me yet, but I did like, if he did blindside you, he'd give you some kind of sorry and thanks for playing. And then, fast forward to Chelsea saying, the Survivor fan in her kind of, relishes in a blindside. And me personally, of my favorite hobbies ever, I mean, like, I love wrestling, I love Virginia Tech football, but my favorite hobbies ever, blindsiding, crushing people's dreams, in order. Right? Maybe I know crushing people's dreams, blindsiding. Those are my two favorite things.
And that's why Johnny Fairplay is the evil black-hearted guy that I say he is, because crushing people's dreams is not something that I would say is a great hobby of mine. But in the game of Survivor, sometimes you have to crush people's dreams in order for your dream to be fulfilled, and anything goes. Chelsea goes home tonight.
Did you see she almost grabbed her idol?
Well,
she did a flinch.
So idol in her pocket. It's like, wow.
Two idols in pockets.
Yep. This is crazy. I mean, the thing is, people, I still will think about the what ifs, the what could have beens. Everyone that I talk to that's played Survivor, thinks about the different scenarios of how could I have made it different. It draws you in. And with someone like Chelsea, we see her at the end of the episode being like, I'm a super fan. I'm mega disappointed. I didn't even make the like, she's very bummed. And I'm very bummed because I know how much it means to Chelsea. So Chelsea, I loved you. I can't wait to meet you. And I'm sorry. It's a freaking crazy game. And I feel your pain because I was there right along with you. Huge fan, pre-merge. It fucking sucks. But I am excited to see next week. We don't know if it's, I'm pretty sure it's a tribe swap. Drop your buffs. Things are about to get totally switched up. And I hope that, I don't know. I hope we start seeing some more character development for some of the people that we haven't seen much of. But I like this episode, Johnny. It was a fun episode, and I'm excited for this season.
Yeah, no, as I said, you can't. Survivor's not scripted, so last week it was anticlimactic. A lot of focus on the Lyro tribe, which we think we're both in agreement. Not as exciting as the Vokai tribe, But what is exciting is our Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/survivor NSFW, we broke it down. We've added new tiers. We've upped the benefits for those of you that would like to support the podcast. So become a patron. Go to patreon.com/survivor NSFW. $5 early boot. You get the video version of the podcast. $10 you get the video version of the podcast. Our Q&A that we do every week. You get our first looks at our top 10 list videos, along with some Castaway watch along stuff that we've done for $20. And this is the best and newest deal. You can do the idle tier, and that gets you the autograph poster that you see behind me, autographed by me and Matt. It was illustrated by Eric the Ice Cream Scooper. If you buy this on eBay, it's $20, but you can join the idle tier for $20, and you get the poster, and you get a month of the podcast Q&A and all the other stuff.
And I tell you what, Johnny, so it's going to be getting cold, right? So Old Man Winter was cold today. It's going to start getting dark early here soon for when the daylight savings ends, and it's going to give you some fun things to dive into, man. We've had a lot of great prior episodes. So if you're just listening to our podcast, you can go back and see a lot of cool video stuff and
Hundreds of hours. Castaway
tons
Watchlands. We rewatched Pearl Islands. We had guests Burton Roberts, Dara Johnson, Sandra Diaz Twine, Andrew Savage. So it's check it out. Oh, and we just upped the Outcast twist, and you get 4 autograph picks from various survivors each and every month. It's a really cool deal. So you can get a we have a Survivor Buff tier, and we also have the I'm Johnny and Matt's favorite patron t-shirts. You can join that tier as well. So, but go to patreon.com/survivor NSFW, the best way to support the podcast. Also, you can get a shirt at johnnyfairplay.com, and the shirts starting Friday I believe are 20% off. So so check that out and the links for everything, our Patreon, our t-shirts, the YouTube, and the regular podcast on iTunes. All those links are available at survivornsfw.com.
Right on. Well, thank you, Johnny.
And join me November 6th.
Yeah.
So, in Durham, North Carolina, survivortix.com. That's survivortix.com.
And we will see you next week on Survivor NSFW. Cheers, everybody.
Yay.